You got to get that healing energy. These are the things that you say to yourself, this will never happen. This will never happen. And right now, we have something that we always said, oh, they'll never release, they'll never declassify these files. And now we're living this out right now. These are the things that we thought this will never happen. And we're witnessing it happen in the now moment. And it's an important day. I had to jot down some notes very fast before I came live. And, you know, you might have grown up, you know, and you always heard they'll never release these files for JFK, RFK, and MLK Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, these are the great men. There are so many reasons why this is important, and I'm going to be discussing this in this live reaction. And, you know, just because this is signed, you know, we have to make sure that everyone is held accountable, that this will actually come. You got to keep the pedal to the metal right now. This is the event playing out. You know, some people that question this concept. The event is the expansion of the collective consciousness, and we're living it out right now. It is a fun year, Michael. It's great to see everyone. If you are stumbling onto this live reaction, live stream, please click that like button. It really helps others find this because we don't normally come live right now, but this is something, these are the important events that we have to be available for. And, you know, it's like, it's really amazing. Executive order to declassify John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. assassination files. You know, this declass is something that we've always talked about, and now it's here. It's here, and this is important because awareness is the precursor to change. You know, most of the world is not aware of what really goes on. And knowledge is power, something we all know. Well, the lack of knowledge is the lack of power as well. And this is something that I've been discussing. Not too long ago, I shared a video. It's on the channel page, Healing Trauma in 2025. Healing trauma. You know, the collective went through traumas years ago it was never healed. For us to progress, we have to heal. We have to heal the past. And this is the healing process begins today. Angel Wings, thank you so much for the support. Love you all. Sending blessings to all in the chat. Love you, Angel Wings. Trauma healing, something that I did a full video on. But think about it. Think about people, you know, like maybe our parents' age, depending on who you are. You know, maybe you were alive for that, to witness the president be assassinated. These are traumas that are held within the collective, and we need to heal these traumas. These traumas need to be healed today, not only this year. Today, in the now moment, these traumas need to be healed. As a society, we need to heal, and we need to heal it today. And we have to really put our feet down right now. We have to put the pedal to the metal, because if not now, then when? How much longer are we going to drag these things out? So the trauma that many people went through for many years, and it was never addressed. Those that maybe are on their ascension journey, you know this. You have to address traumas. So just like you, the person that's getting this message, and maybe you held on to traumas, you held on to childhood traumas your entire life. Well, people and humanity as a whole held on to traumas. And these traumas are going to be healed this year. You know, this is an example of promises kept. You know, seeing this, but this was also discussed in the past. So now, you know, we're all going to keep our eyes open, and when these files will be available for the public. And transparency is key for us moving forward as a society. You know, if you don't have transparency, the house of cards falls. But when you have an ironclad, when you have a rock solid foundation, you know, our society was not on a rock solid foundation. And to have the American people and really the world sitting around for so many years, like, you know, oh, you can't. They basically told us you can't handle the truth. No, I think society is ready for the truth. And the quicker you rip sometimes we don't want to rip the Band-Aid off, but it's time. I think a lot of us know it's time to rip the Band-Aid off. When we rip the Band-Aid off, then we can move forward. Then we can address things. So when I look at this in the now moment, this is a great sign. There's still more that needs to be, like we need to actually have it available for everyone. Maybe that will be available by the end of the day. Maybe I'll be coming on tomorrow and breaking down some of this information. But society and humanity has to heal. There was other executive orders signed, and you know, I think about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., free at last. Hostages that were praying, pro-life people that were praying were arrested. And that was another executive order. You know, one of the phrases that I use are the very powerful words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the content of character. And for far too long, the world and maybe people in high places, maybe, systems, they didn't have the best content of character. But that is going to change now. You know, your content of character is what matters most. And so many people lived for so long in an illusion. And it's when you just look at this very powerful moment. I'm sure you're getting this message, and you said that they'll never declassify JFK files. Right? You'll never know. We are going to know. And Donald Trump says everything will be revealed. Why don't we all write that in the comments today? Everything will be revealed. You know, I heard the words, you know, everything will be revealed. It reminds me of the video that I did last year. No stone will be left unturned. That's the energy that we're in. No stone will be left unturned. So even the impossible, these are the subconscious programs that you had in your mind. We all had them in our mind. Oh, they'll never release the files. We'll never know the answer. The impossible, what used to be impossible, is happening this year in 2025. And we're seeing this play out before our very eyes. Everything will be revealed, he said. No stone will be left unturned. It's important. It's important to live in truth. We haven't been living in truth. It's the highest state of consciousness. If people say, oh, you know, oh, it's not such a big deal. Truth is the highest state of consciousness. And humanity, America, has not been living in truth. It's time to start living in truth today. And declassifying this truth so the people have this at their disposal. It is such an important moment in history. The trauma that is stored, you know, I mean, like, this was all prior to, say, my lifetime. But I remember there was an event that I lived through in New York. It's called 9/11. And even though, you know, we didn't realize it, but when we were younger, and you live through, and you see something, and your body's processing these things. You know, I'm processing. I'm seeing two towers that I seen my whole life. I see these towers, and then I see big smoke, big flames crashing to the ground. That's trauma, even though we don't realize it at first. People saw their American heroes years ago. They saw their American heroes be assassinated, and they didn't have any answers. That's trauma. And in 2025, we have to heal trauma. You could write that in the comments as well. Heal trauma in 2025. So important. When you start to think of energetic levels, when you start to think of the truth, and listen, I understand there's a lot. If you missed this Risings episode, you should check it out. There are so many things happening all at once. It's very confusing. But the faster that we deal with these things, the faster we can evolve, the faster we can have progress. And guess what? It's not going to be perfect. I did a full video on the channel page. Progress over perfect. How this happens, how this declassification, this expansion of the truth, how it happens, it's not going to be perfect. What's up, David? But we have to have progress. And a lot of people, you might be getting this message, and it drives you wild, that holding pattern. I did that video years ago also. Holding pattern. You feel like you're in a holding pattern. When is it going to be released? So we're actually starting to feel this. We're feeling the energy start to shift. This might cause chaos. Watch my video from a couple of days ago. We are in energies right now of 2 months. It will be chaos. This could be chaos when we see the files, hopefully as soon as tomorrow. Does anyone know when the files will be ready? Let me know in the comments. Hughes, thank you so much. Bless our everyday lives. Thanks so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Yeah. This is change. And it can cause trauma. And this is the chaos that we've been talking about. It's not going to be the same, because that was our life. We will never know. We will never know who assassinated JFK. We will never know who assassinated RFK, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, to see a man that said so many beautiful words, to see that love and that light be taken out, no, that needs to be addressed. The truth, we need the truth. We need the truth about everything. You write it in the comments. We need the truth. T-Knock, thank you so much. Christina's Koji Cash on Etsy has the Our Everyday Live shirts. In fact, I'm stretching one out at the moment. I'd appreciate that, T-Knock. Yeah, if you'd like to support teachers that stood up against the Department of Education, you go to my sister's Etsy store. You can buy a bunch of them. She's great. Didn't she do a great job, my sister? I love them. This is a family affair. We're bringing back the family. Protect your women. Support your men. Get back in balance. Get back into alignment. That's the problem with the world. There's been so much trauma. Everyone's out of balance. Everything's all over the place. So we have to get to the core problem. How do we get to the core problem? We got to get rid of the traumas. How do we heal? How do we get to the healing process? We got to get to the truth. Write it in the comments. We got to get to the truth. We got to get to the truth now. And the faster we get to the truth, then we can heal those traumas. That's the trauma for the collective. She's great, isn't it? I appreciate all the beautiful comments. You know, these are the things in life. I hear a lot of people, they say, oh, there's no event, nothing's happened. Like, this is a moment that is going to change right now. That's why I'm live right now. When I see a moment, and I'm sure that there's going to be many of these moments this year. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on, could you kindly hit the subscribe button? And I'll be here every single day, and I'll come on twice or 3 times or 5 times, regardless of how many things happen in the world. You got to be ready right now. That's what I said this rising. You see how this is all connected? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for more, and more? When you get to the truth, you heal the trauma. It's no one's fault. But now we have to find a way to address that trauma. It's the medicine, and a spoonful of sugar will make the medicine go down. Yeah. This is the truth is the medicine. Some people, you remember when you were a kid, maybe you didn't want the truth. Maybe you didn't want that medicine, but it makes you feel better. Right, Leslie? Oh, the love doctor, Sergio's here. It's good to see you, Serge. How's it going? No, we need a little, put a little love in your heart. Stand there. We need the love. We got to get the hearts going in the chat right now. Get the hearts going. Truth builds trust, James writes. Truth builds trust. And that's what transparency. See, now, so I see this today, because there's a lot of confusing things going on right now. So when I see promises kept, then and only then, because we all have the big eyeballs open right now. We're all watching. Remember I said, everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. And the Akashic Records is watching and documenting everything at all times. Some people don't like that. I know they don't like that. No, everybody's watching. Everything is being watched at all times. Akashic Records. Yeah, I know. People were worried about their Instagram, right? They were worried about Instagram. No, you got to be worried about. Some people are tuning in. What the heck's this guy? You check out the Akashic Records on my channel page. You learn about the Akashic Records. That's what you got to be concerned about. Because it's all documented up there. You just don't have it in this realm at this time. And if anyone knows, even if you're watching on the replay, comment, where will this information be posted? And we're going to stay on it, right? Everyone, I told you this, everyone's held accountable now moving forward. Everyone's held accountable. Because we have to do the work of God. It has to be done. Otherwise, it's that hamster wheel. We keep going around the circle. We're going round and round, and nothing's ever coming of it. So now's the time for it to change. Lion Teach 444. I love you, Lion Teach. Facts, 100%. These are the facts of life. You might be tuned into this right now. You said, "Oh, I didn't realize about the traumas." You witnessed JFK be assassinated years ago. You lived through that. You watched it. You saw it happen. That causes trauma in your body. On my journey, for me, it was 9/11. I watched this. It's a traumatic experience. I don't know how to pry. I didn't say, "Oh, this is what's going on," And it's got to release. You heal, ready? You heal with the truth. It is the highest vibrational frequency of consciousness. The most high, like Christ, the most high is the truth. If you're not living in truth, especially in these new energies, everything's going to start dissipating. Things start falling apart. The house of cards starts falling apart. You have to see the country, right? Society, the world as a whole. The world as a whole, baby. Everything has to have that rock solid foundation. And this is what's happening right now. Because you can't, what did they say years ago? My dad would say, oh, it's a magic bullet. One bullet went around and made loop-de-loops or something like that, right? I'm being facetious. But what really went on? What happened? For those that are really diving deep into this reality, I believe the JFK car during that assassination is also a Mandela effect. And you could comment that down below. Is it a Mandela effect? How many people in the car? How many people in the car? It's my opportunity to crack open that pineal gland. How many people in the car? Right? What's up, Trey? The kings are here. The kings are here. Yeah. The royal family is here. Royal family? What do you, we're all, When you see our brothers that they came into this world, it's like some people are new to this. These are waves of volunteers. They came into it. You thought this world was dense now? That's why these men, they had the biggest sacrifice of all. The world was a much denser place back then. They were the front runners. Some of you know these terms, right? If you're not, you're learning it from your Uncle Mike today. These were the front runners. You're following along? These were the front runners so that we can do this work today. And we would not be here today if it wasn't for them. If that resonates with you, smash the shift out of that like button. I appreciate that very much. So we could all have a voice. The more you hit that like button, it gives us a voice. These were the front runners that came before us. We would not be here if it wasn't for them. And because they came in before us to be a front runner, some of them paid the price. We're all witnessing the after effects. You ever hear of the butterfly effect? What these men did caused the butterfly effect. And by speaking the truth and by releasing the truth, it's honoring those men. It's healing the trauma. It's not easy being the front runners. It's not easy being the front runner. Go down there, see what's going on, see how it is, right? It's not easy. But because of them, we got to where we are today. Because of them, we are where we are today. These are all, and they are, they are inspirations to us. A lot of you know my personal journey and the things that I had to overcome and how I had to stand up against the Department of Education when I saw tyranny happen. But these people, the things, the words, when I was a teacher, I worked with my former social studies teacher, and I gave his retirement speech, and that was the first time publicly I spoke about the content of character. And I said how Mr. Chalk taught me about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the content of character. I said, you have the content of character, Mr. Chalk. Honor your teachers, the good ones. What the heck happened to teachers? What happened? Does anyone? I'll be a teacher. Hit the like button if you want me to be a teacher. I'll be a teacher. Sometimes God raptures us out of a timeline, out of a situation, so that we could do the work of God. And I show up every day. I'll show up twice. I'll show up immediately to do a live reaction when the world is changing right now. I got to be ready. That's the feeling that you have right now. I got to be ready. We got to go. This is go time. You could write that in the comments as well. This is go time. How many people are tuned in right now? You could hit the stars. You could raise your hand in the chat. You said to yourself, they will never declassify these things. They will never And now we sit here today, and this information is now declassified. Now we got to make sure we still get it. Got to hold everyone accountable. You following along? Promises made, promises kept. Or what I like to call, those that are part of this channel, practice what you preach, son. Practice what you preach. Keep your promises, practice what you preach. Don't talk about it, be about it. And that's what we have to be as a whole, as a collective, as we move forward. They never thought so, right, Pam? Did you watch my world fame? It's a internet breaking video. They effed around with the wrong one. Did you see that? Did you see that video? Please head over to the channel page if you're seeing me for the first time. Spiritual Patriot Jess 88. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for that support. We're all grateful for you being here. Thank you. Collectively, we're greater than the sum of our parts, and we're rising up right now. This is a moment. This is a moment that is changing the trajectory because it has to happen. This moment right now. You say, well, why is this important? I'm going to give you real life evidence. Okay, there's got to be a moment, that first step, that thing that starts to change. For me on my journey, it was the decision. Maybe it wasn't a big deal when I first did it, but my very first video, if I never did that, if I never took that first, if I didn't have the guts to do it, if you don't have the guts to sign something, if you don't have the guts to put it out there, there's got to be that first step. And that first step, that little butterfly effect, that little butterfly effect, a massive storm could come from the butterfly. That's actually true. A massive storm is coming from the very powerful butterflies that are here. I know, I see the butterflies in the chat. Oh, wow. Debbie Ballard, thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful, Debbie. Thank you so much for that, Debbie. I'm very grateful. Yeah, Joe writes, watch out, y'all. You got to keep your eye. We're watching. We're watching, right? And a lot of people, they're starting to realize, oh, this is happening. This is happening. And don't listen to people. I shared this earlier today. If you're new to the channel, you're seeing me right now for the first time, you will go back and you watch today's lesson. You watch the lessons that I've shared this week. I'm sure you're getting me. Hi, I'm on your screen. How you doing? There's people out on the internet. If you don't understand this, you're going to learn it today. They try to pull you onto a negative timeline where all this negative stuff is going to happen. Ooh, the spookables, the heffalumps are out to get you. I'm telling you from firsthand experience. You see the difference when you get rid of these people out of your everyday life. All of a sudden, everything's better. Everything's brighter. Hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. That's right. Yeah, look at this chat right now. Yeah. Yeah, you have to start to understand this is truth. It's the Most High. What is light? Light is information. The light of Christ. This is the truth. Are you starting to get the connections? If you take the journey on this channel, you'll get all the connections. We go very deep on this channel. What's up, Kanye? It's good to see you. I appreciate you. Look, everyone's coming on now. Look at that. Hey, please hit that like button. We'll get more people on right now. We'll get more people on. It's a celebration. This is a celebration right now. There's people that are tuning and said they will never. Oh my God. They declassified JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King Jr., assassination, declassification. Unbelievable. This is right now. And guess what? Guess what? I know you're tuned in right now. There's people that look. They're looking on Instagram. They're scrolling. They're watching fake reality shows, right? They're doing all this nonsense. This is like the most important thing right now. Is it the truth? You hit the stars if this is like literally the most important thing. That's why I'm here right now. Yeah, attention is the currency of the universe, James. Attention is so important. Taylor Lee 888. Thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for that. 888. Everyone hit the 888. It's abundance. It's an abundance of declassification. Maybe we'll do a prayer together. Put it out to the universe. An abundance of declassification. You know, I lived through something as well. I didn't live through JFK's assassination, but I did live through 9/11, September 11th. I lived through that. Maybe now we need to declassify the events of that day because myself and others and the people that passed on and the trauma that's built up from all the people that lived through that day, there's a lot of trauma, and that trauma needs to be healed, right? If listen carefully to this message. Listen carefully to the message. If we are going to heal this year, we're going to be healthy again this year. Are we going to be healthy again? If you want to be healthy and get rid of the trauma this year, then you have to live in truth. You have to live in truth if you want to be healthy. The more you live in truth, the healthier you are. And if you say, that sounds interesting to me, then you check out Dr. Gabor. Love Dr. Gabor. Love him. We'll have him on the show sometime, hopefully. That would be like the greatest day ever. Yeah. Now you got to live in truth. All these energies that are here right now, they're propelling us forward. We're all moving forward. Yeah, declassify everything. Did I miss something, Ronnie? It's unbelievable. Okay, so it really is. It's so important that we are realizing that, wow, if this, listen, pay attention. If this can happen, then what else can happen? Why don't you write in the comments, what's the next thing to be classified? What's the next thing to be declassified? You write it in the comments. If this, so now you can't say none of these things can happen, because now I've shared this before. If it could happen one time, it could happen many times, every time, right? This is also like the 100th monkey effect. Some of you know this. Once this has happened, right? I see a lot of great comments right now. Also comment down below. What needs to be declassified next? What needs to be declassified next? Okay. Hey, Area 51, yeah. Yeah, Area 51 needs to be declassified. What's going on over there? They got the aliens over there? They got the aliens going. Okay? Yeah. I love you guys in the chat. I really am grateful for everyone. Yeah, what's under the ground? A lot of great stuff coming in right now. A lot of great stuff. Beautiful things. So, yeah, we need to know that. We need to know where that stuff really did come from. Beautiful, beautiful stuff coming in right now. I love the pyramids, Christina. Love the pyramids, right? So I'm grateful for all of you being here. This was, we just came on immediately. So grateful if you hit the like button. It's a very great support. I don't normally come live right now, so it's I'm very, very, very grateful if you do that, so people can get this message. And this is the importance of this declassification. And don't forget the words. If it could happen, because you say, "Oh, this is it." Nah, son. Nah, son. If it happens if it could happen one time, it could happen over and over and over and over. So we have to start now as a collective, because we're creating this reality now. We are now writing down everything that is going to be declassified, and so it is, and it will be. And you say, why is it important? Because when we have this truth, we get rid of the traumas. You have to get rid of the traumas. Then you become lighter, you get rid of the traumas, and then we truthfully ascend. If you stumbled across this, you see me for the first time, I'm Michael. I take the pulse of society. I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. Everyday life people are ascending. They're going back to God. Playtime is over. Right? We're still playing though. But that Matrix game, oh, I'm playing the Matrix. Oh, I'm a cog in the wheel. You ain't a cog in the wheel. You ain't a cog in the wheel. I should make that the next. I should make that the next shirt. You ain't a cog in the wheel. You're not a cog in the wheel. No. You have to remember the king. You got to remember the queen that you are. We are winning. So much winning is happening right now. Look at all the winning that's happening. Yeah, a lot of healing happens. It's happening again. A lot of us know where United States goes, so does the world. It's important. It's important that we don't allow, right, the old to linger. So what is the old? It's that age of darkness. What is darkness? The lack of information, which is the lack of light. If you go into a room, not a room that you know, but a strange room, and there's no light, you will trip over things, you will bump into things, you don't know how to navigate. So now we left that age of darkness, and now we have tons and tons of light. So now light is information. Now we have that information. Now we can move forward. Freebird writes, there's too much winning going on. Too much winning. Oh my God. Hit the 888 for the abundance. It's too much winning. Yeah. It's the hue of light. Yeah. I'm so grateful for all of you. We really are. It's the royal family. The kings and queens are here. Yeah. It's a wonderful time. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Like, it was always thing. Oh, they'll never declassify JFK. They'll never declassify aliens. You remember all these things we used to say years ago? If you're watching on the replay, I'm going to place what I shared is the 2025 energy theme. I think today, if you click on that video, right, I keep receipts for the work that I do, okay? You watch that video, we see it actually playing out today. In the great words of Nikola Tesla, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And the faster you do that, the faster you will heal your everyday life. These are our everyday lives, baby. Chantel Pichette. Thank you so much, Chantel. 888. Love you. Love the 888s. I'm so grateful for everyone. Thank you all for showing up. I know this was, but this is, all I could do is be the lighthouse. You see how I am? This is how you have to be this month and going through this year. There's so much happening. Everything all at once. Some of you know that term. Everything all at once. You could write that down as well. Yes, we have TikTok. We have TikTok. Hit me up on TikTok. My brand new TikTok is doing good, right? I'm more of a long form guy, but I do have have the TikToks. Please comment on the TikToks. Maybe we'll do that more. We have Facebook, tremendous Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook and Patreon. If you'd like to join Patreon, we host Zoom meetings. We talk about stuff that's happening in the world. See, I just saw a glitch in the chat over there. Please hit that like button. Something just happened up there. See, I'm watching. I'm watching everything. I'm watching if you would like to overcome censorship, suppression of the word, please share this channel. So if you're getting me for the first time, if you'd like to help overcome censorship, suppression, or any of these negative energies, please like the video and share it to people that will also share it, and keep sharing it and keep going and keep going. That's all we can. Just keep going. That's all you could do. Just keep going. It's literally the best advice I've ever given. Just keep going. There's nothing else you could do but that. What are you going to do? Stop? Watch today's video from this rising if you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, check it out. Yeah? Just keep going. Just keep going. I love you all. Check out the channel page. Share this. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on the declassification of JFK, RFK, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Let's get the truth out there. Yoga with Beth Bentley, thank you so much. Please interview royal family volunteers to speak their truth. Yes. It's a family affair. Oh, we have a lot of stuff coming. We have a lot of stuff coming, and people are showing up like never before. So Please pay it forward. Just got to share it. Just keep sharing it. Just keep going. Just keep going. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Love you all. Bye for now.